Vintage farmhouse decor. Key elements of vintage farmhouse decor. Distressed wood pieces are a staple of vintage farmhouse design. The natural and worn look of this type of furniture adds to the overall nostalgic vibe. Wood is also welcome in the form of shiplap walls, wainscoting, flooring, or furniture. Stone is another key component when creating a vintage farmhouse interior. In my opinion, it's not absolutely essential and it can easily be replaced with the ever-so-charming brick. Galvanized metal accents, such as tin or metal baskets, are another common element in achieving the vintage farmhouse look. These materials add a touch of raw industrial charm and provide a great contrast to the warm and natural feel of the wood elements. Reclaimed wood furniture. Another key element in furnishing or decorating farmhouse-style homes is reclaimed wood furniture, and in this case, it should be in the vintage style. This can include anything from old doors, think also antique barn doors, and windows to vintage hutches. Simple and functional decor items, such as a vintage washboard or old-school clock, are also a great way to decorate rustic farmhouse interiors. Neutral color palette for a bedroom that's also romantic. A low-key, neutral color palette is yet another defining feature of old farmhouse interior design. This style is all about creating a warm and inviting feeling, so colors like white, beige, brown, and gray are often used to create a sense of calm and tranquility. These colors are often contrasted by a single bold color like navy or olive green. A mirror-edged and unlacquered brass elevates a simple bathroom. As it ages, the brass will develop a patina, giving it lasting charm. Similar metal lamp holders create a consistent theme. The second bedroom are also farmhouse style. Pay attention to the room with a worn feel and dark pink walls, with antique tables, chests, and bed frames. Shiplap walls tie everything together with some romantic vibes. A home in the vintage farmhouse style should showcase a good amount of nostalgic items, such as an antique couch, some old paintings, vintage armchairs, a vintage grandfather clock and more. Smaller items such as dishes, utensils, light fixtures, and such should also be antique or at least look antique. Can you decorate any home in the vintage farmhouse style? Well, of course, a vintage farmhouse interior will look best in an old home, anything built pre-1950, 1960. However, not everyone is lucky enough to own a classic farmhouse or a Victorian. A home's architecture and the time period it comes from shouldn't come as an obstacle to implementing design elements characteristic of the antique farmhouse style. With some interior design tweaks here and there, a modern home can also slowly transition into a vintage farmhouse, well, at least on the inside. Sure, barn doors are all the rage for interior design, but why not expand that theory to the outside of your home as well? You can really play up the charm and heart of a country soul with barn-inspired shutters. Additionally, you can add items that weren't necessarily intended for use as decor in the first place. Look for old sewing machines, vintage scales, glass bottles, amber, blue, green, wooden signs, typewriters, family heirlooms. Open shelving against exposed brick instantly brings warmth and personality. Wooden boards layered with ceramics, baskets, and greenery give this kitchen that collected over time feeling farmhouse lovers crave. It's practical and decorative at once. Everything feels within reach, but nothing feels cluttered. A kitchen that invites you to cook slowly and enjoy the process. My absolute favorite idea for a vintage farmhouse dining room is setting up a gallery wall made up of antique-style blue and white plates. A vintage blue willow plate wall will add so much vintage charm to the overall feel of the dining nook. This space leans into classic farmhouse charm with a refined touch. White cabinetry, natural stone walls, and soft wood accents create a kitchen that feels timeless rather than trendy. There's something comforting about it. The kind of kitchen where bread is always on the counter and the windows stay open a little longer than planned. Do you get captivating for farmhouse decor with warm hues and distressed finishes, and a touch of nostalgia? Here are some more farmhouse decor ideas to help you embrace the charm of the countryside in your own home with a modern twist. The world of farmhouse decor sees rustic charm meet modern elegance. Whether revamping your living room or creating a pampering bedroom, farmhouse design can make your house feel like home. Let's delve into a few ideas that will bring a touch of countryside magic to every nook and cranny of your home. Farmhouse living room design. Create a cozy and inviting space with a mix of rustic farmhouse decor rich in tactile quality. And soon, you'll have a living room tailored to unwinding and relaxation. Shabby chic meets farmhouse with rustic decoration. Enhance your kitchen walls and shelves with captivating farm-style decor. Pick a few key items, like an arrangement of antique kitchen utensils or vintage plates, to add a touch of nostalgia and visual interest. You can also opt for a selection of potted herbs, rustic frames, or botanical prints. In this way, a delightful blend of curated pieces will add warmth and character to your farmhouse kitchen. Whether hosting a family dinner or entertaining guests, a shabby chic dining room is where we share stories and make memories. Besides looking at rustic dining room decor, you can incorporate personal touches too. These are conversation starters, and they echo a farmhouse's casual, personal style also. Incorporate shabby chic dining hutches or buffets for both storage and display. If you have a glass-fronted cabinet, display vintage dishes, glassware, and farmhouse cottage decor. A sideboard, on the other hand, provides practical space for serving meals as well as a surface for one or two pieces you want to show off. This can be a stunning oversized antique vase or a vignette of beautiful trinkets. A shabby chic kitchen calls for furniture pieces and decor with chippy paint like this bench. One easy way to achieve that: repaint a furniture piece you already have white with chalk paint that doesn't require any sanding or stripping. An antique fireplace in a color that complements neutral shades is a foolproof way to transform your space into a vintage farmhouse haven. The wood accents on the island and the hood also add to this style of kitchen. Now I'm thinking of adding wooden appliques to my range hood. You can get these and others on Amazon for not much money. It's such an easy update. This bedroom layers soft pastels with antique furniture, framed art, and embroidered linens to create a nostalgic shabby chic setting. The mix of carved wood, lace, and aged finishes adds warmth and romantic character.